Once the pandemic hit, I started carrying a lot of tension and stress up in my shoulders because I was teaching virtually. And I ended up developing some neck issues and ended up seeing Dr. Joe probably in June of 2020.
Jessica is a teacher who initially came to Barefoot Rehab with a couple of problems, one being her neck, two being her lower back. Really narrowed down her symptoms now to she does get tingling into these two fingers, and it's worse, guess what, during marking periods as a teacher. And having worked through the pandemic, being on a computer, poor posture at home, tech neck type of thing, we've been able to really help Jessica get to the point now where her symptoms are a lot less frequent. She knows the correct exercises, she knows how to correct her posture, and she comes in for maintenance about once every 6 to 8 weeks now.
Joe's really funny. I always find that I'm sitting there like laughing on the table while I'm chatting with Joe. It's like you don't even think about what he's working on because he's telling you some kind of story or some sort of thing that he learned or what he ate the other day. But it's a positive energy for sure.
She does know in the back of her mind she has a cervical disc injury, and this is the type of thing for long-term longevity for her career and for herself. She's going to need some form of maintenance moving forward.
My neck pain wasn't there until the pandemic, but when I came in, it was probably at a 6 for the thing that was hurting the worst, and now once again it's dropped to maybe like a 2. It's mostly just allow me to feel more myself. Pain isn't a thing that I think about. It's not occupying space in my mind. It's not causing tension in my body. And so now, I know what I need to do to mitigate the pain or what not to do that would exacerbate the pain. So I learned a lot about how to kind of manage my whole body and what I do with it. And how to be mindful. It feels like a family culture, it really does. Everybody is always so invited, genuinely happy to see you there. And not because you're in pain, but because they like you as a person. And now that I'm stretching my visits out further again, it's like, oh my gosh, Jessica, we haven't seen you for so long. Not that that's a bad thing, but we miss you. It's a positive energy all around for sure. I would recommend anybody who has been living in pain and just feels like it's never gonna go away, and they've just about reached the point where they've kind of accepted that pain's here to stay and that's just how they have to live their life, to give this a try. Because chances are, if you come here and you do have adhesion, it's gonna open up all sorts of areas of your life that you thought were closed to you. And I can't be more grateful.